Bruh. Bruh, what is going on here, man? Okay, so Nintendo Mobile has shown off the new trailer for Fire Emblem Heroes. This is going to be the Fallen Heroes banner, and I gotta say, I did not see this coming at all. Some very interesting developments are going on for the game, and we're just going to talk about the units one by one. I'm going to talk about their skills and whether or not you should want to summon on this banner, which you should, by the way, because this banner looks freaking ridiculous. Alright, we're going to start with Robin. He is a Green Breath Dragon, and he is also an armored unit. What do I even say about that? Like, this guy has, being a dragon and an armored unit, this guy automatically has potential to have the highest base stat total in the entire game, just no questions asked. Armored units have high base stat totals, and dragon units have high base stat totals. You put them together and you get potentially the highest base stat total ever. His weapon, Expiration, has 16 might, 1 range, and if attacked, unit can counterattack regardless of distance. And if the foe's range is 2, then damage calculated using the lower of foe's defense or res. So it's pretty much just Lightning Breath, but as a legendary weapon, without the special cooldown count -1. So, okay, man, that is really stacked. That's like beyond stacked right there. I don't even know what to say, man. This guy is superb, right? Let's just put it that way. His special attack, Ignis, very good. There's not much that needs to be said about that. The guy has Vengeful Fighter 3. Like, I can't make this up. The guy is a dragon armored unit with Vengeful Fighter 3. And he has Ward Dragons as well. I'm baffled right now, guys. This is like the greatest unit I've ever seen with my own eyes. I'm just gonna put it like that. Yes, summon. If you were not thinking before if you should summon, summon. Like, you don't even need me to tell you to summon. You guys are seeing it with your own eyes too. You know that you need to summon on this guy. So go ahead and do that when the banner drops tomorrow. Alright, let's move on to the next unit. We have Hardin. Hardin is a very interesting character because you see him in Shadow Dragon, and he's a very good unit at that point in time. He hasn't turned evil yet. But then, when you play New Mystery of the Emblem, he becomes evil. And that's what they're trying to show here. So his weapon is Greativus, the same weapon that Camus has. Very interesting stuff. It's a lance with distant counter, so very good. He has Vengeance as his special attack, keeping up with the theme of being an evil unit, I suppose. Then he has Brazen Defense and Res 3. A very good skill. Like, there's nothing that needs to be said about these Brazen skills. All of them are very spectacular, and getting +7 defense and res with such a low HP requirement is going to be very nice for tanking. So, really good stuff there. And the creme de la creme, this guy has Bold Fighter 3. Okay, so finally, Bold Fighter and Vengeful Fighter have been added to the standard pool. This is going to be amazing for fodder, or if you just want to keep your Hardin and build them up. Definitely summon for Hardin as well. I know you're going to be summoning mostly for Robin because he just adds way too much to the game, and having Ward Dragons and Vengeful Fighter and a legendary breath with distant counter, I don't even know, man. That Robin is like Superman, basically, just got added to the game. But for Hardin, Bold Fighter is going to be very good for fodder. Of course, Brazen Defense and Res as well. I'm not sure how that's going to stack up in terms of defense with skills like Steady Breath and also, whatchamacallit, Warding Breath. But it's still going to be very good for defense. +7 to 2 different defense stats on a defense tile with such a low requirement is going to be very good, of course. So, yes, Hardin is a good summon as well as Robin. Now, let's move on to the final unit on the banner. This one is Celica, and she is a Red Sword Infantry. So, unlike the other two, she's not an armored unit, and she's not a dragon by the looks of it. Her weapon, Beloved Zofia, has 16 might, and what it does here is defense up 3, and so long as her health is full, it's going to give her all stats +4 in combat, but after combat, she takes 4 damage. So, kind of like Ragnarok a little bit, where she's getting +5 attack and speed if she's at full health, but then she's going to take chip damage after combat. So they do this to balance it so you can't just always have those stats. Honestly though, I kind of feel like the Refined Falchion that Mass Marth and Lucina have are a little bit better than this. because you can get those buffs so long as they're adjacent to an ally. So it's totally easier to get that buff off. This one requires you to be at full HP, which is not always going to be possible, of course. She has Luna for her special attack. Not bad by any means. Now, in the B slot, she has Chill Speed 3, a very, very spectacular skill. It says here at the start of each turn, inflicts speed -7 on the foe on the enemy team, who has the highest speed. So, regardless of where you're positioned on the map, this is going to do -7 speed to you if you happen to have a lot of speed. So, that's a really good skill for stat decreasing your opponents. This is definitely going to be one of the strongest debuffing skills we've gotten. I think Gunthra's is like the only one that's probably better than this right now. It's certainly better than the ploy skills for sure, because first of all, you gotta line up with the opponents with that one, and you still have to have higher stats than them to get those off. But this one, it doesn't matter what your stats are. So long as the opponent is fast, you're gonna give them speed -7. So that's very good stuff. And also, unlike Chilling Seal that Gunthra has, you don't need to be above 50% HP for this to work. So it's always going to come into play. But sadly, there is one downside here, and it's the fact that you cannot have Renewal on this Celica. So normally, Renewal would be your best bet for healing her up, so beloved Zofia is always going to have that buff. But if you decide to run Chill Speed 3 on her, instead of Renewal 3, then she's not going to be able to always take advantage of those buffs without some kind of outside healing from either Hardin's Sacrifice or Micaiah's Sacrifice or whatever you're using to heal. So that's just one thing to take into account, and it could be a little bit less viable on Celica. But so long as you can inherit Chill Speed on other units, it's going to be a fantastic skill. And finally, she has Hone Attack 3. A very boring passive C-slot skill for her to have at this point in the game when we have stuff like Attack Tactic and other really good skills that you could use instead of this. So it's a solid option, but it is a boring option. And because of that, I would say Celica is probably the lowest priority on this banner. But she's still really awesome, and just seeing that artwork with her special attack kind of has me hyped to replay Echoes right now. So I think I might actually go ahead and start doing that. But yeah, guys, this is a phenomenal banner. Did not see it coming at all. They really threw a curveball at us with this one. So many good skills on these units. Robin is going to be possibly the best unit in the game, I think. But, of course, that's going to depend. My only concern with Robin is that he's another Green Breath Dragon to follow up Myr. And I really wish that he was a Blue Dragon instead. But I guess if he was a Blue Dragon, that would have been just way too stacked. Because making him green means that Falchion can still do a lot of damage to him. And yeah, that's probably the way that they decided to balance him. But it does kind of suck that Myr was green and now we're getting Robin, who is also green. And Hardin is very good too. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, guys. It's a good banner. Definitely go ahead and summon. Really cool concept here with all of these possessed units. Maybe Leon, possessed by the Demon King, could have been on the banner too, but I don't know. We just got Leon as a Grand Hero Battle Prize, so maybe they didn't want to give him out a second time. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little breakdown of each unit. They're all spectacular, and I guess Celica might not be as spectacular, but she's still a really cool unit. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, this is Tacho signing out, so cheers, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys again in the next one.